Welcome back to a new post today. Let's today discuss the most important topics that you need to keep track for February 5th for the upcoming UPSC Civil Services Examination Prelims of 2025. So the very first issue is about Trump now slashing US aid or foreign aid by almost 90% and eliminating 60 billion in US assistance to worldwide various countries and various programs as well, even India as well. So what exactly is US aid? It is United States Agency for International Aid, an independent agency of the United States government which is responsible for administering civilian aid, foreign aid and developmental assistance to various countries and programs. This was established by the then President John F. Kennedy in 1961 to unite several foreign assistance organizations and programs under just one agency in the form of the US aid. Statute places the US aid under direct authority and policy guidance of the Secretary of the State. The next is about ethnic cleansing in Palestine, that is the Gaza Strip by Israel. What exactly is ethnic cleansing? Ethnic cleansing is a systematic forced removal of ethnic, religious, racial groups from various areas with the intent of making the society ethnically homogeneous, consisting of one race or one ethnic group or one religious community. Now, there is a definition of the ethnic cleansing in United Nations. There is also a convention which deals with this. The United Nations defines ethnic cleansing as a forceful removal of religious ethnic group from a territory using intimidation or force, and its spectrum of policies can be included as forced immigration as well, deportation and genocide. Now, ethnic cleansing does not have a universal definition. It is similar to forced immigration and population exchange, but it can also be similar to deportation and genocide. And some say the term ethnic cleansing is used in the media to distract events from that should be prosecuted as genocide. Now, let me tell you, in 2023, South Africa had accused Israel of violating the Genocide Convention of the United Nations. The Genocide Convention was adopted in 1948, and South Africa filed a case against Israel, which is called the South Africa versus Israel Genocide Convention due to Israel's actions against the Hamas in Gaza. South Africa also asked the International Court of Justice to demand Israel stop the military operations in the Gaza Strip. And we have in 1948 a Genocide Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crimes of Genocide. The next is about the recent amendment made to the Forest Act of 1980. Supreme Court has asked the government not to reduce the forest and questions the amendments in the Forest Act of 1980, which were done in February 2024. Now, in February 5th, 2025, Supreme Court ordered the central government and the state government not to reduce the forest land. The order was made in response to petitions that the amendments of the Forest Act 1980, which deals with conservation of forests, is actually leading to diversion of forests for other activities. The court ordered the forest land cannot be used for linear projects without compensatory forestation. The court directed the states and union territories should use 1996 definition for forest to identify and preserve the forest land, and also struck down schemes to build zoos and also safari parks around the forest land. In 2023, the Forest Act restricted the definition forest land, which allowed exemption of various activities and projects from the forest land, and also from the Forest Act of 1980. Environmentalists therefore allege that the amendments can reduce afforestation and also offer the forest land for other diversion projects. Now, the Supreme Court in a landmark T.N. Godavarman versus Union of India case had defined what is forest and has been using that definition for years till now, and uses this case as a base for other judgments in forest-based issues as well. It restricted the definition of forest land in that case, which is called as the Tamil Nadu Godavarman versus Union of India, enabling exemption of activities and projects under the purview of, and the petitioners had alleged. The Grammys have been awarded recently. What exactly are the Grammys and who gives them? The Grammys are given by the big theatre. They are given by the Recording Academy of United States, especially for outstanding achievement in music, and they are regarded as the most prestigious and significant award in the music industry worldwide, and it's frequently called also the music's big night. The trophy depicts a gilded gramophone, and also the original idea was also to call them as the Gramophone Awards. Now, the Grammys are the first of the big three networks major music awards that are held annually and considered one of the four major annual American entertainment awards, apart from the Academy Awards for film, the Emmy Awards for television, and the Tony Awards for theatre. The first Grammy ceremony was held in 1959. And now India is going to achieve a target of blending 20% of ethanol with petroleum. Ethanol blending is the process of mixing petroleum, ethanol with gasoline to create a fuel that can be used in vehicles. And ethanol is renewable, that is derived from agriculture products like molasses, sugarcane, maize, rice. The benefits of ethanol blending include reducing fossil fuel use, so it can reduce the imports and the use of fossil fuel because there is a mixing of ethanol with the normal gasoline. Then it lowers carbon emission. Ethanol contains oxygen, therefore it helps the engine to combust fuel more completely and efficiently, resulting in fewer emissions. Increase energy security. It can help to reduce the dependence on imported oil, and it can also increase the farmers' income because they can grow these crops not only for consumption but also for diversion for ethanol. Till now we have E10, that is 10% blending of ethanol with petrol, E15, 15% blending of ethanol with gasoline, and E85, highest ethanol blending of 85% with 15% gasoline. Ethanol blending program started in 2003 to promote ethanol use in transportation fuel to achieve the above objectives. So these are the most important topics I thought I should be tracking for you all for February 5th. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to comment at the end of the video. I shall see you in my next post. Until then, it's very happy learning.